Okay, I'm glad to be here with you. Tell me what issues you have today that we can work on.
Well, I seem to have some tinnitus that a little bit intermittent, but it gets louder or softer. But I just have some tinnitus that I think is connected to the wildfire this summer.
Okay. And what does it feel like right now?
Right now, I hear tinnitus more in my left ear than I do my right ear, but I hear it on both sides.
And okay, so let's see if I can help you. I'd like for you to place this on your head, and keep your eyes closed. I'm going to have you look straight ahead. Do not look out the open windows. Right now it's set at 3 o'clock to come in the periphery of your vision. I want to get a little bit more centered here. There you go. All right. Now, tell me about the tinnitus. Open your eyes and look straight ahead and tell me about the tinnitus. Is it the same, better, worse, different?
It's the same.
All right. I'm going to change this. Close your eyes. Open your eyes and describe the tinnitus.
The sound has changed. It's affected, what I'm actually hearing.
How has it changed?
It seems like it's an octave lower, maybe.
Okay. And tell me about the disturbance level for you. Is it less disturbing?
It's probably about the same.
About the same. All right. Close your eyes. Okay. Open your eyes, but make sure you look above the open window. And tell me about your tinnitus here.
It seems like I just hear it on the left side.
So you only hear it on the left side now.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So it changed each time it's changing in some way. And when an octave low, is the octave about the same?
Yeah.
All right, eyes closed. Eyes open. Tell me about your experience with the tinnitus.
It seems like it's the sound of it has changed again. It sounds like a little bit of like crickets far in the background. It's still just on the left side though.
So is the sound less intense in terms of loudness?
No, it's the same, the same loudness, but it just has a different sound to it.
Okay.
It sounds like some crickets in it. Yeah.
Okay. Is that less disturbing, equally disturbing?
Actually, I guess it's less disturbing.
Okay.
For some reason, the crickets seem more comforting or something.
All right. So what I'm interested in is the level of disturbing and the level of tinnitus, exactly what it feels like. So you're doing great. Okay, close your eyes. We'll go to another position. As we're going to 7 o'clock, open your eyes, please. And again, tell me what the tinnitus is like here.
Well, it seems like it's went really deep into my ears. That's strange.
Does the sound...
It's like I can hear it way into my head now.
Okay. Does the sound quality different?
It's a higher octave.
And what about right and left?
It's still just on the left.
Okay. And what about the level of disturbance?
This is more obnoxious.
Okay. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Say it again. Tinnitus, what is it like here?
it's not so deep in my head now. It's more out to the surface.
Okay. The disturbance level?
That it's interesting. It makes me think about the roaring ocean, and
Does that mean?
so it's not as disturbing, but it's annoying, but it's not disturbing.
Okay. And is it still just in the left ear?
I can't tell.
Well, that's a change because you could definitely tell before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Let your eyes closed. Okay, 8 o'clock. Open your eyes, look straight ahead. Describe the quality of the sound.
So it seems to be getting more distant. Again, I can't tell if it's, it must be even. I can't tell that it's one ear versus the other, but it seems that it's more in the distance.
So is the disturbance level the same?
I think the strap of the goggles is becoming more disturbing than the sound is.
Okay.
The tightness of the goggles on my face,
Okay.
on my head, that is becoming more noticeable than the tinnitus.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we can certainly fix that. The tinnitus is a greater challenge, so, okay. All right, it's still in the left ear, primarily. Or you can't tell here, okay.
I think that it's still the left. It's hard to tell.
Okay. Eyes closed.
Wow, that's changed it a whole lot. And tinnitus is a hard thing to describe, but this has changed it a whole lot.
Quality of sound.
That it is like the volume has been turned down several notches.
And the level of disturbance?
That it's just mildly disturbing. That the volume is definitely turned down a lot. This is the best so far.
Now, here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like for you to look down and see what you notice this time. Both eyes looking downward.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the tinnitus
That
now?
that it's making a waffly sort of sound. It's changing the sound a lot.
And what about the disturbance level?
It's more distracting looking down.
Look up, straight up, and tell me what your experience with the tinnitus is at this point.
It's definitely just in the left ear. Not all that bad because the volume is still turned down quite a bit. It's much. It's just not as loud as it was.
Okay, look to your left. What do you notice this time?
I can barely hear it. Well, like I said, I can just barely hear it, so it's I can feel a sensation more in the like boring into my ear, but it doesn't have as much sound to it.
So is this the best you felt?
I think so. Well, except I don't like the boring feeling. I thought when you first had me in this position, I thought that was the best.
Okay, well then look straight ahead. That will be the best.
Yeah, it takes that boring pressure away.
Okay.
It definitely is the left ear, and the volume's just turned down quite a bit.
I'm going to leave you here a little bit longer
Okay.
because it feels best here. We want to establish that improvement. Now, as it feels best, can you say anything about guesses that you have that the tinnitus is related to, experiences you've been through that might be related to it?
Yeah, I think it has to do with the evacuation of the wildfire this summer.
And specifically what?
When I heard my brother on the phone telling me that he couldn't get through the barrier to come help me.
And what do you notice right now when you talk about that?
A sadness, a fearfulness, like, oh shit, I'm up the creek literally without the paddle. And it's like, oh no, how am I going to do this?
All right. Do you feel that right now?
I feel a little bit of sadness, a little bit of pressure in my chest.
Okay. And open your eyes. As you focus on the sadness from that experience, what do you notice at this point?
That
Does it feel the same, or is it changing in any way?
no, it's changing. It's almost like as I breathe in, I have the tinnitus, and as I breathe out, it's getting real distant.
Now, let me try something else to help. Describe it now.
It seems like, well, it's hard to describe.
Is it changing any?
It seems that it's real distant,
Okay.
that it's almost like a strain to hear it.
What about now?
Now it's bilateral, but it's very, very distant. I feel more grounded, more. That's funny. I feel more grounded, almost like more empowered.
Okay.
I can still slightly hear it, but it's very, very distant.
Okay. So the disturbing level is significantly less?
Yeah, barely. Yeah, that's interesting.
All right.
Because I'm just having such an overall difference in my beingness and my in my feeling, thinking about what my brother had said, and knowing what actually happened, and it's like, wow, huh. So I feel like my decision to sell the farm isn't based in a fear place anymore. It feels like I'm making it from a more, factual data. It's what's best. It's time for a new chapter. That I'm finished with that.
Okay.
I didn't realize the stress of selling the farm putting the farm up for sale was part of this, but apparently it is.
And what do you feel now, tinnitus-wise?
It is just so far in the distance.
Okay. What about the emotions related to what your brother said?
I feel again like it's a life event that is part of my past, and
Okay.
that even selling the farm doesn't seem to be an emotional tightness or tenseness.
Okay,
It
good.
seems more matter of fact.
Excellent. I want you to memorize what it looks like visually at this point, having those goggles on right now.
Okay.
Because I'm going to change positions, and I would like for you to recall this position. this is your best position. So take a deep breath. Just keep memorizing what it looks like visually. Let your eyes close. And going back to the previous position. 8 o'clock. Open your eyes, but keep picturing what you just saw at 2 o'clock, the position that helped you the most.
It's good.
You're still good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we're good then. You may take the goggles off, but put your hands over your eyes so that it'll be a gentle transition, or keep your eyes closed as you take them off. And hand them to me. Then very slowly remove your hands and allow yourself to come back to this visual environment, and tell me how you're doing now when you think about the tinnitus.
That there's some remnants of it there. It's very distant, and what I can't get over is just how different I feel overall.
Okay.
That it's amazing. I didn't realize how much was tied up in this.
That's good. So based on the way you're changing overall, I suspect whatever remnants there are, either we could do it in another session or it will just drop away because it's gotten so less at this point.
I just feel so much better. I can't believe
Okay.
it.
All right.
It's-
Tell us how you feel better, in what way.
Wow, I just feel that I'm not still in the event. I guess the event happened 8 months ago, and I feel like it's part of part of an experience I had in history, and that I feel that my decision to sell the farm isn't out of an emotional, scary, panicky kind of place. I feel like, no, it's time for us to do a new chapter. I don't need to do that again.
Excellent.
I just feel incredible about it. I feel good about the decision. I feel, wow.
Excellent. Okay.
Another chapter in the book I'm going to write.
That's great. All right. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Dr.
For sure.
B.